Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
You know, whenever we go out and do appearances, like stand outside of a tire shop and shake hands for 4 hours.
God, radio is so glorious, isn't it?
It is a glamorous industry we work in.
Shoot.
It really is.
Well, we get asked questions a lot, like, why don't you do updates on the couples from your second date updates? And I'm like, duh, we already do them. Where you been?
Hey, you are sassy sometimes.
I am. I get super sassy.
Yeah.
Look at that.
And that's what we're doing today. We're talking to a couple that you may remember that went out on a date, a Stuntman date.
I loved this story.
It was one of the most intense hangouts we've ever heard. And now there's another chapter to the story. So we'll play the original second date update so you can remember it. And then immediately after that, you'll find out what's new in their lives with the second date update right now.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Taking a girl to your work on a first date. In some instances, that could be a good idea. Like if you're the captain of a luxury yacht.
Okay.
yeah.
I was going to
That'd be
go
cool.
with no until you said that. I can see
Some
that now.
cases could be a bad idea, like if you're a janitor. Probably not a good place to take somebody on a first date. Well, the guy on the phone for a second date update today, his name is Mike, and he took the girl that he liked to his job for his date, and I think that was a terrible idea. What's up, Mike?
Hey, man, how you doing? What's up with you?
Hey, Mike. Are you a janitor, Mike? I'm just going to get that right out on the phone.
No, it's way cooler than that.
Okay.
I'll give you that, Mike. You do have a cool job. We'll get to that in just a second, but first, let's hear a little bit about the girl you went out with. What's her name?
Her name's Katrina. She's rocking. She has a rocking body. I met her at a gym.
Oh, God. I just never think that really works out. I'm impressed already, Mike.
It almost didn't work out for a long time. I mean, I followed her for about 11 months, a year in the gym, you know, just like...
Mike, that's creepy.
You should choose different words, Mike.
No. I didn't follow her. I saw her. We ran into each other. In fact, we talked several times. I mean, she really seemed interested.
So how did you finally work up the courage to ask her out?
Well, I met her over a year ago, and I asked her out the first time I saw her.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't wait for it. I saw what I wanted. She was beautiful. She said no.
Never mind.
So you were persistent for a whole year, and you finally wore her down.
Now you're getting me, Brooke.
Okay.
It took you a year to finally get a date with her. What was the magic words that actually got you in the door?
The magic words was I already asked her out 10 times. Here's the 11th. What do you say?
She said, okay, fine.
Hey, she said yes.
Okay.
All right. Only took you 11 tries and you did it.
That's
Congratulations.
it's actually kind of romantic. I mean, you obviously were super into this girl. Were you really nervous before your guys' date?
No, I wasn't nervous at all. I was taking her to my job, and my job's pretty cool, so I thought that was a winner.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And that's what your email said. You think that might have actually ruined your chances for a second date. Why do you think that is?
Honestly, I don't think she liked it. I took her to a movie set. First of all, I'm a stuntman. I'm a stuntman on major movies.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so I got some of the guys while it was a closed set to plan out a whole stunt, and it was a lot of money spent. I mean, a lot of money, time, and people.
So what kind of stunts were you doing? I'm not a guy that likes adventure a lot, so for me, a big crazy stunt would be like, let's just cross the street in the middle of the road and not the crosswalk. That would have been enough for me. What'd you do?
The stunt was being blown out of a building.
What?
Oh.
Wait,
Oh my
you took her on a
God.
date to show her you getting blown out of a building?
No, we got blown out of a building together.
Oh, wait, you
What?
are...
What?
She was participating in this?
Talk about trust and team building. What more do you want, Brooke?
Dude, that's crazy.
How
Wait, so... Whoa.
safe was this?
It was totally safe. She was definitely padded. We were hooked to a crane. We had our jerk vest. We had everything we needed. The explosion was a little bigger. Now, I will say that. It was a little bigger than we expected, and the fire did cross our faces and our body. But we had
Dude.
No. We put enough fire protecting on us that we were totally okay, but she wasn't okay with it.
Yeah, she doesn't have eyebrows anymore, but it was fine.
It's funny you say that. She mentioned that her eyebrows were singed and she's smelling burning and this and that, but her face looked intact when I saw her. And,
Face looked intact.
and what do you expect? We're getting blown out of a building. It's a little, it's fire.
Oh my God.
So wait,
Yeah.
did you tell her exactly what was going to happen in this stunt?
Once we got everything strapped up and we were a go, I let her know. She was a little nervous.
Yeah, you
Are
think
you kidding?
that's a conversation, don't you think, Mike, you should have had before you even went out? Like, hey, what do you think about this? We go get blown out of a building or do dinner.
No, I told her a movie set. She was all about it.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean.
And you're only partially sure that that's the reason she's not calling you back, because it sounds like it should be 100% the reason why she's not calling you back.
Well, Brooke, it's never safe to assume anything.
Okay.
She never once told me she didn't like it.
Okay.
Afterward, I asked her, did she want to eat? She said no, she would rather go home. And honestly, sometimes when I'm doing things like that, I have so much adrenaline. I don't want to eat afterward.
Yeah.
It's just like a high. So I was like, oh, okay.
Or it's that you just had your face almost burned off and just really, that tends to make people lose their appetite, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you have a point.
Small point.
So,
Have you heard from her since this date?
No. I mean, she kind of just oddly disappeared. And that's why I got in touch with you guys, honestly.
okay, so she hasn't been at the gym or anything.
No, it's almost like she just kind of switched times because we've been doing the same thing for a year. I mean, it's not
Right.
hard to run into her, and I'm not seeing her.
Yeah, she's avoiding you. I can tell you that right now.
Totally.
All right, Mike, we're going to play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
I appreciate it.
No problem. We'll do it right after this. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
You know, they say that near-death experiences can actually bring people together. That is, unless the near-death experience was planned by you, and in the process, you burned your date's eyebrows off.
Oh.
Because that's exactly what happened in today's second date update.
Ooh, epic.
Mike met Katrina at the gym, and he'd been asking her out for a long time. It took him 11 tries to ask her out. And Mike is a stuntman, and he decided to take Katrina to his job for their date.
That music.
And he planned to have them blown out of a building together.
Oh, man.
And he did it. And she singed her eyebrows and seemed really scared and upset by the whole deal. And now she hasn't called him back. She even declined going to dinner with him later. But it sounds like an epic saga. And we're about to see if we can figure out why she's not calling him back, even though we all probably know. Mike, are you ready to give Katrina a call?
Yeah, that music got me pumped. I'm ready.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
Mike. You need to calm it down. Now, Mike, I'm going to be honest with you. I think your date sounds amazing, and I would totally be on board.
Really?
Yeah, but...
You know what, Brooke? I knew it when you were talking to me.
Yeah, but obviously I don't think she was. Have you had a chance to apologize to her via text or anything that you scared her?
But hold on. You think I need to apologize? I mean, what would I apologize for? It was a great date.
You need to apologize for almost killing her.
But, Brooke, you did say you would like that, huh?
Yeah, but I'm not her.
Yeah. Not everybody wants to almost die on a first date. Just some people.
You guys are taking this almost death. I mean, it was blown out of a building. She was padded up, you know.
Fire crossed her face and singed her eyebrows, Mike. Fire crossed her face and singed her eyebrows.
Everybody's been burned a little.
Okay.
He's right. He's right.
Come on.
Okay, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, man. Here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Katrina?
this is Katrina.
Hey, Katrina, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Brooke and Jubal. I've never heard of that.
That's okay. There's a lot of people who haven't. I'm calling you today because one of your friends listens to our show, and he actually emailed us about you.
One of my friends emailed you.
Well, it's more of a guy that you went on a date with.
What?
Yeah, it's a guy that you went out on a date with. He emailed us about you and wanted to see if we could get you on the phone.
When was the date?
Well, I'm going to guess that you probably remember it because it might be the only date you've ever been on where you've been blown out of a building.
Oh, my God.
We are all impressed that you survived that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and me both.
Mike, who took you on that date, emailed us to see if we could figure out why you're not calling him back.
You're kidding. Oh, my God.
No, he's really curious.
Mike has a lot of surprises, doesn't he, Katrina?
Yeah, to say the least. He's got them blowing out of his everywhere.
So is the reason you're not calling him back because the date was scary? Because it sounded horrifying to me.
Well, it started out good, and I mean, it was different. Different's a better word.
Yeah, but I mean, it sounds like you're totally avoiding him. He said that he hasn't even seen you at the gym. Like you changed your entire schedule.
Well, I had to recover.
Cover.
I mean, you ever been on a date like that? You might want to think about if you want to see that person again right away, right?
I've been on a lot of dates like that, but never because I was blown out of a building.
Right, so if you can imagine, I'm going to take a little more time.
Okay.
I don't even know how to look him in the face right now.
Well,
What?
why? Because you were scared? I mean, you were that scared? You don't know how to look at him in
Well, I don't know what he told you.
He told us that he met you at the gym. He'd been asking you out for a long time, and you finally said yes. And then he did take your date to work day, where he took you to his job, and he's a stuntman. And then he did a little thing where you guys got blown out of a building. He thinks that you were scared and also a little upset because apparently it singed your eyebrows.
Well, it did singe my eyebrows, but they grew back. But he didn't say that I wet myself. Oh my God!
What? Wait, you did what? I didn't hear.
Repeat
Say that.
yourself.
What happened?
Girl, it's okay. You're in the company of people who have done the same thing.
What happened?
Did you pee your pants?
Oh!
I did pee my pants. Now that has not happened. You know, since I was a kid.
Oh my God!
Like
No
how much?
way.
How wet are we talking? Like a little wet, or all the way down to your knees wet?
It was pretty down to my knees. Like I just knew he saw it. Oh my God!
Hey, don't feel bad about it, Katrina. I've peed my pants 3 times with him just telling me the story. So big deal. You got blown out of a building. It's okay to pee your pants in that situation.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but I think he actually noticed.
Why do you think he noticed?
Well, he looked at me kind of stunned, and he was like looking me up and down. And so I thought, even though he said, "You want to go to dinner?" I thought he was just being nice.
You smelled like urine. That could have been another reason why he noticed.
Well, I smelled like smoke, but
Oh, okay.
I bet.
It
Good
covered up
point.
the scent of pee.
Yeah.
He didn't mention anything to us about you peeing your pants, though.
no.
No.
I'd be surprised by that because he had to, undo my harness and help me out of this. Yeah, I'd totally be surprised. It was pretty obvious.
Oh man.
But is it, I mean, okay, granted, you would be really embarrassed. I understand why you would be. But he obviously was into you. Like, he's tried to call you. You just have totally ghosted him.
But I peed my pants our first date. Like, how do you come back from that?
It's in the
I don't know. You only go up after that. That's the great part of it.
You know what, Katrina? I know you're not good with surprises, and I don't want you to make the same mistake twice, but Mike is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. Try not to pee your pants.
Oh, my God.
Katrina, you don't listen. You don't have to be
You did
embarrassed.
not.
In fact, I knew I was just keeping it quiet. I didn't want my friends to know you had peed on yourself. I did it. And listen. No, I did it. I did it my first time. At least you did it like a champion. You were wearing all black. Nobody noticed. You know.
You noticed.
Well, obviously, I
Oh,
noticed.
my
I'm taking
goodness.
your harness off. I'm bending down in front of you. I smell
my
pee.
God.
Come on.
Oh
Wait.
And technically, it's all your fault.
no! Yes.
So wait, Mike, you were going to take her to dinner with wet pants?
I didn't want to draw attention to it or embarrass her, but I still wanted to spend time with her, so I didn't know what to do.
Hey.
That says a lot. A man who's going to take you out to dinner with pee pants on, he likes you.
It's kind of romantic.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that. I was so embarrassed.
Oh.
Well, say that you will answer my phone call when I call you next time.
Okay, I can do that.
Did you, I
Are
mean,
you sure
Katrina,
about that? You didn't sound very positive.
Well, I mean, it's nice, but I still have to look him in the face, knowing that I did that. So, I might not sound excited, but it's nice. I liked him up until I peed my pants.
Katrina, I peed my pants before, and I'll even go even further to say I even shit my pants once before
Oh, that's too far.
during a stunt. Does that make you feel better?
TMI.
wait, can I just
I
ask,
admitted this.
what stunt made you poop yourself?
Listen, don't worry about what stunt it was. Just know, Katrina, that it has been much worse for me. And you shouldn't feel bad for what happened to you. It's totally normal, and I respect you for it.
There you go. Mutual respect for peeing your pants. Katrina, would you go out with Mike again on another date? We will pay for it.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as I get to pick the date and we're not like jumping out of a car going 100 miles an hour, I will say yes to that.
Yay!
Okay, so that's an official yes.
Yes.
oh my gosh, you guys are actually really cute.
That's
I know.
awesome. Yes.
Congrats.
Oh, man, but now there's pressure. I got to figure out what to come up with for the next date.
I mean, once you already make a girl pee her pants, what else can you do?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
That was a second date update from a few months ago, and every once in a while we actually get an update on the update.
Yeah.
And Katrina and Mike are on the phone with us right now. What's up, guys?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, hey, look at you're talking at the same time. You're so in sync.
That's true.
Are you guys still peeing on yourselves? Or
That was just Katrina.
oh yeah, Katrina, you still peeing on yourself? How are things going?
No, I am not.
Okay.
So things are going good with you, or our producer reached out to see if we can get an update.
Well, things were going great. We were dating for like a few weeks, and then something really big happened. And Mike, you want to tell him, or you want me to do it?
No. Yeah, something awesome happened. I got a great offer for a job to move to Hollywood.
What? All right, Stuntman.
Yes.
Big time.
Like, I'm a full-time double for my actor, and my girl got to move down with me.
Wait, hold up. Slow it down, Mike. You're just dropping the bomb on us that after dating a couple weeks, Katrina, you moved down with him?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I dropped the bomb on her. I told her I wanted her to come with me.
Oh wow! So you guys have moved to Hollywood now.
Yeah, living together.
Shut up. What made you make that decision, Katrina?
We were in such a good thing for those few weeks that I thought, follow your instincts, girl.
Yeah,
All right.
You never know.
Okay.
Oh my God, I am such a scaredy cat. I don't know if I could have done
Me
it.
neither.
I mean, if I could get blown out of a building with this guy, I can move to California with him, I feel like.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, how bad could it be living with him if you've already got blown out of a building and peed yourself in front of him? Like,
Dude, I would have peed myself on that decision more than the building one. I'm going to tell you what. That's scary.
I think it's great. I get to go on the movie sets with Mike and see him work, which is pretty awesome, and watch other people get blown out of buildings. And a couple of weeks ago, I got to meet Matt Damon, so I'm meeting stars. I mean, it's brief, but it's fun.
Oh my God, your social media profile pics are going to be so much better now.
yeah, and that's what relationships are all about. Like, because if you can make the person's social media better, and that's what it sounds like Mike has done for you.
Congrats, you guys.
That's so cute. How are you doing with it all, Mike?
Well, I think it's awesome. I mean, for her to drop where she was and to trust in a relationship that she didn't really know, it meant a lot. So I think I put a lot into it. I didn't just want her to move out here. I tried to make sure she had a job. Even Katrina, tell him, I mean, you've been even going on set as an extra, and it's been really cool. And who knows? You never know. This might be wedding bells ringing. And
Oh. Wow. Did you know about this, Katrina?
No, I didn't know about this.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mean to jump the gun, but yeah. I mean, things are going great. I'll just put that out there.
All right. And if they ever don't go great, you're a stuntman. You could always fake your own death very easily. So you can get out of it if you need to.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Talking in my sleep at night.
92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Oh, the coffee shop. It's a great place to meet people.
Yeah.
I know when I've ever been trying to meet a lady, I always go hang out at the coffee shop because you can tell a lot about somebody based on what they order.
Oh, amen.
For example, if the girl next to me orders a frappuccino, I know she likes whipped cream on stuff.
That's not what it tells you.
Or, let's say she orders a hot chocolate.
Yeah.
That means she probably likes chocolate on stuff.
No.
Okay.
God, you're
Maybe even some whipped cream.
you
There's
are
a
horrible at deciphering. who
lot of
people are.
freaky people at the coffee shop. Them, not me. They're weird.
God,
Yeah,
yeah, those
them.
chocolate lovers.
And that's where the guy on the phone for a second date update today met the lady that he wants to call. He met her at a coffee shop. His name is Ronald. What's up, Ronald?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Good. Are you a frappuccino guy or a hot chocolate guy?
Just coffee for me. Yeah, I'm not into all the fancy coffee stuff.
Yeah, that means he likes caffeine.
On stuff.
Uh-huh.
What?
So tell us about the girl that you want to call today for your second date update.
So I met this really cool girl, Jill, at a Starbucks.
Cool.
Actually,
Okay.
I was in line in front of her, waiting to order. Just looking around because it was a long line, and suddenly noticed, oh wow, that there's this cute girl behind me.
Did you spend the rest of the time trying not to look behind you, but also wanting to look behind you to see?
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, I basically tried to look at her without being creepy, but obviously she's pretty. I wanted to look at her.
He's like,
You need to put your phone in selfie-taking mode and just hold it up so you can see behind you. Just taking a bunch of selfies. Don't mind me.
Smart.
because that's attractive.
No, I just tried to be cool about it, just look around and happen to catch her in my gaze. But I decided, when I got to the counter, I paid for her drink. I did kind of a pay it forward thing.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
It is good.
Because that's commonplace at Starbucks, too. So if she doesn't like you, just be like, oh, I was just doing what people do at Starbucks. But if she does really like you and want to talk to you, then you're like, sweet, it worked.
Yeah.
And it's like a bonus because it says about you, I think of
Charitable.
other people.
See?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. At Starbucks, when somebody does that, they're a giver.
Thank you, Jubal.
You can tell a lot about people at Starbucks.
So
Okay.
coffee shop.
So you did that, and did she thank you for it?
Well, yeah, so she goes to the counter and they said, oh, that guy paid for it. And, she comes to thank me and says, oh, wow, it's nice of you to do that. And I just said, I just like to do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
But actually, she was really cool to talk with, and we had fun. So I just said, hey, do you want to go have dinner with me tonight?
Wow. Same night.
Yeah, and she said yes.
She did.
She did, which was awesome. So we decided, because we just met, we would just meet at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we did. We met at the restaurant. I mean, she has an amazing smile. She's really intelligent, really easy to talk to. And dinner was going really well and, and everything. I mean, we were having a really good time together.
Okay.
You guys were laughing at each other's jokes and...
Yeah, I just thought it was really, I don't know, I just call it an easy date.
Uh-huh.
Well, then your definition of easy date and mine is different. That's for sure. So you guys had a good dinner and you liked it. Why do you think she's not calling you back then?
I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can figure is I do have this, I don't know, kind of funny habit that, I don't know, maybe that weirded her out or something.
What is it?
I really love sushi, okay? We went to this sushi place, but
Yeah.
I like having ketchup with my sushi.
Oh, God.
Do not.
What?
Get out of here.
That's
That's
illegal.
that's worse than ordering a steak well done.
Actually, it's really good.
Really?
And it's surprisingly, it matches really well.
No. No.
You know what? I'll
tried
take your word
I
that
like-
ketchup goes good with sushi, Ronald. I will take your word on that.
You're trying to say that you have a more advanced palate.
Don't knock it till you try it.
No, I'm going to knock it all day long
Yeah.
and never try it, Ronald. How about that?
Okay, so anyway, obviously, it's a sushi place, so I bring my own ketchup with me. I bring little packets.
You bring
it's
your
that
ketchup with you to a
serious?
sushi place. That is
Whoa.
awesome.
That is commitment to the ketchup.
Well, and look, I mean, she obviously looked weird at me, and she asked a lot of questions, and I was just like, hey, this is the real me. I like ketchup on my sushi.
Hey, good.
And that was that. At least I'm honest about who I am.
Yeah,
There
until the
you go.
sushi chef saw what you were doing and spit in your food when you didn't know it.
You're insulting us.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to open my own restaurant and just show you how good this is.
It's going to be only you eating there. So how did things end then with her?
so at the end of the date, I walked her to her car, and I leaned in for a kiss, and I got a handshake.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
Bad
It
call.
could be, it could be like some weird red flag to her. It could say that you're too picky or you're too demanding or you're weird.
No, come on. That's not weird. Like, weird would be like if I were making comments about whipped cream and chocolate at a coffee shop.
Touche.
That's a very good point. All right, so do you think it's a catch-up thing? The reason that she didn't even want to kiss you?
Honestly, I mean, it was obviously the weirdest thing on the date, and everything else seemed to be easy. So, I don't know.
And how many times have you tried to get a hold of her since then?
Do I have to admit that?
Yes, please.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, I've texted her and called her a few times.
That's double digits.
Okay, so probably too much at this point. Well, we'll do it one more time for you. We'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, all right? Just hang on.
All right, thanks.
Okay, we'll do it next.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Right in the middle of your second date update, and if you're just joining us, Ronald is on the phone, and Ronald met a girl named Jill and took her out for sushi.
Yeah.
If you don't know what sushi is, it's an ancient Japanese art.
What?
Where they carve up fish, place it on a bed of rice, and maybe add some seaweed in to create a beautiful flavor combination.
Everybody knows. Why are you even...
And Ronald, who's on the phone, has taken sushi to the next level. He likes to add something that we here in America call ketchup to their sushi.
You can't even say it like that and make it sound fancy.
Ketchup is a fairly new thing.
No, it's not.
And it basically just covers up the flavor of whatever it's on, making it taste like tomato sauce.
Yeah, with a lot of sugar in it. Sugar and tomato sauce.
Ronald thinks that maybe putting ketchup on his sushi might have sealed his fate, and that's the reason his date isn't calling back, because he knows it's weird, but at least he owns it. Ronald, are you ready to call Jill and find out if putting ketchup on your sushi ruined your date?
Yeah, I'm ready to find out.
And now, if she has a problem with it, do you want to continue to pursue a second date?
Yeah, I would. I mean, she's really cool, and she's very easy to get along with, and, I'm curious to see what happens.
Would you stop using ketchup if she asked you to?
No, I would not do that.
Okay, so you like her enough, but you don't like her enough to drop ketchup.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and see if we can figure out what went wrong, okay?
All right.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Jill, please?
Yeah, this is Jill. Can I ask who's calling?
Yes, you can, Jill. This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you familiar with who I am at all?
Yeah. I'm just kind of curious why you're calling.
So you've heard the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning before. I just want to make very clear, because sometimes people really have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've heard it.
Okay.
I think it's clear in her giggle that
Have
she's
you,
heard it before.
Well, what would you say if I told you that I'm calling to do a second date update with you?
You're not serious right now, are you?
Yes, I am completely serious. You went out with a dude named Ronald a little while ago, and now you're not calling him back.
Oh.
Yeah. There goes the giggle.
Yeah. Suddenly you're not laughing.
Yeah, no, I went out with Ronald.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, I got your phone number and everything from him, and we talked to him a little bit about your date. He thinks that you're not calling him back because he puts ketchup on his sushi.
Yeah, that was definitely a new experience.
That's one way to put it.
Yeah.
Did you think that maybe he was too picky or unclassified or?
No, I mean, I don't know if he told you this, but I actually did try it.
What?
You did?
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
you're brave.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that.
I would have punched him right in the face if he had offered me some sushi with ketchup on it.
What did it taste like?
It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but I don't think that I would do it again.
Okay.
So he didn't convert you over to putting ketchup on your sushi, I guess.
No, he did not.
So if you tried it, I'm guessing that that's not the reason you're calling him back.
Yeah, no, that's not.
So why are you giving him the cold shoulder then?
To be honest with you guys, at the end of the date, our server came up and offered us coffee, and
Don't tell me
know,
did he put ketchup in his coffee?
That would have
He
been
didn't,
amazing.
but I think I would have probably just walked out at that point. No, I'm kidding. No, so I wanted coffee, so I said yes to the server, and I asked him, I was like, do you want some also? And he goes, no, I don't drink coffee. And
You guys met at Starbucks, though, didn't you?
Exactly. So I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. And I was like, we met at Starbucks. What do you mean you don't drink coffee?
Yeah.
And then he went on to tell me that he just goes to different coffee shops trying to meet girls.
Whoa.
And that took a completely different turn for me.
Why would he tell you that? Why wouldn't he just say, I'm really a tea guy, and they have a great line of teas there?
Yeah, I like lemonade.
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, honestly, it made me question, like, in my head, I was thinking, wow, if you've met so organically, this is such a cute story, meeting at Starbucks, he paid for my drink. And then it's not that cute when you realize he could be doing this every day with a different girl. And, then I started thinking, I was like, I don't even remember him ordering a drink. Like, did he just, see me and decide to get in front of me just so he could pay for my drink and just so he can have an excuse to talk to me? Things didn't line up, and it was kind of starting to seem a little creepy, I want to say.
Yeah.
Hey, I want to say something here.
Oops.
Jill, you might have forgotten, you say you listen to the second date updates, and Ronald is on the other line and wants to talk to you.
Oh,
Yeah, forgot, huh?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hi, Jill. I guess I'm a little surprised at your reaction to that. I mean, the thing is, I told you in confidence that I do this, but I don't go to coffee shops every day. It's not like, some kind of lifestyle or something, but, I just told you that in private, that I go to coffee shops every once in a while to meet people.
Yeah, it just feels a little out there to me. It seems almost like you scope out people and go and meet them, which I don't know. That just, to me, seems a little creepy.
I guess I don't understand. How is that creepy? I mean, there's, I not only am I honest about it, but I'm not hanging out in bars or online or,
Do you wait and
actually
watch people and then, attack them like it's your prey? That's what it sounds
No, not at all. Did I attack you like prey? No, we actually had a conversation and we met and
order coffee at the coffee shop. You were like, did you see me and just decide that you wanted to stand in front of me at the coffee shop and then use that as your excuse to talk to me? That to me seems a little creepy. And for me, I don't know how many people you've done that with, and it seems...
listen, I've only done it like a few times. It's not, but it's really, where are you supposed to meet people? I mean, and the cool thing is I met you and we had a really easy conversation and a good time out. And I just don't understand why it's that creepy.
I mean, you make very good points. We did have a very nice conversation and all. I don't know. I think I was just very taken aback by it. And it just kind of made the date feel less authentic.
Yeah, but Jill, I mean, have you ever done online dating?
Yeah, and that's the thing. I understand now more where he's coming from. Ronald, if we're being honest now and we're being open and everything, how many people have you done this to? Like, what is the exact number of girls that you have seen at a coffee shop, decided you wanted to go out with them, and bought them a coffee?
Yeah, Ronald, how many women have you bought coffee for?
I mean, the way you describe it, it sounds like he's sitting in the corner with binoculars, taking,
Well,
pictures.
he might be, for all I know.
Well, look, Jill, I mean, the number of people is irrelevant. The point is, did you have a good time?
Yeah, I did. I had a good time, but you need to tell me how many people you've done this to. You need to be honest with me.
But that's not the point. The point is, we met because I was sitting in that coffee shop waiting for you to walk in.
Bad choice of words.
Yeah, that sounds creepy.
I don't feel like, Jill, you really want to know the answer to the question that you're asking. I feel like that's only going to make things worse for you.
I think you might be right.
Look, I don't know what you want. I was honest with you about the sushi. I was totally upfront about this. I mean, look, I don't know how many people I've met there. It's probably somewhere between, 30 and 50.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa, you must be notorious among baristas. They see Ronald coming from a mile away.
And you must also be rich. That's a lot of coffee to buy for people. Hey, Jill, would you like to go out with Ronald on a second date? We will pay for it.
I'm not going to lie. I thought you were going to say that it was going to be between like 5 and 10 people, but 30 and 50, that's a lot.
Come on, Jill. I mean, what's the difference? He could be sitting on Tinder swiping left and right on hundreds of people's pictures.
No, in person, it's totally creepier. If you're watching a person as they come in, that's so much creepier than online dating.
Yeah. I guess that both parties on online dating know what they're in for.
Yeah.
In Ronald's case, it's only Ronald that knows what he's in for.
No, hey, I don't appreciate that comment.
Well, Jill, will you go out with Ronald again? Just one more date.
I don't know. We had fun, but I think it was just a little much for me.
Okay, what if he just shows up at the next coffee shop you go to? Will you share coffee with him then?
I think I might run in the other direction now.
Oh, come on.
I'm sorry, Ronald. You didn't get a second date.
Well, hey, I was honest. And if she doesn't like honesty, then obviously she's not the girl for me.
Yeah.
There you
and
go.
I think probably a lot of women aren't the girl for you. But you'll find the one that is eventually, Ronald.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
A text in at 78592 says, I'm pretty sure that guy should actually be arrested for putting ketchup on sushi. And I think I agree with you. We're talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Ronald wanted to call Jill. They met at Starbucks. They went out for sushi, and he thought the reason that he wasn't getting a call back was because he puts ketchup on his sushi. And it turns out that wasn't the thing that turned her off. It was a little disgusting, I guess, to her, but she actually tried it and just said it wasn't my cup of tea.
Wow,
the reason that she didn't want to go out with him again was during the date, he revealed that he doesn't even drink coffee. He just goes to coffee places and waits for people to come in so he can strike up a conversation and ask them out on a date. So she was like, it just felt creepy that he was doing that.
I don't know. I think that's kind of judgy. And he was so honest about it. I mean, maybe he was too honest about it, and that's what bit him.
The thing is, it's too honest
Right.
can hurt you.
The thing is, since the internet, now, if you ask anybody out in person, you're always a creep.
Yeah, right?
I feel like people
sad.
used to do that 20, 30 years ago. They would wait around to try to find people, but now if you talk to anybody in person, you're a weirdo. It's like, whoa, wait till I post something and then randomly send me a message in my DMs.
Yeah, or like 40 of my pictures.
Yeah, and then we'll go out. Don't be so forward, you freak.
Right, send me nude photos before we even go out.
Don't just sit at a coffee
That's the normal
shop.
way to do it.
So they agreed to not go out again. She didn't want to see him again because she thinks he's a weirdo who just stalks women at coffee shops.
Well, he has gotten 30 to 50 dates that way. So that, I mean,
And-
it's impressive.
Who really cares? He puts ketchup on sushi, and that's the biggest thing.
He means nothing to us.
Yeah, remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up in just a few minutes at 8:10.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
The definition of a gentleman has changed a lot over the years. It used to be you'd open up the door for a lady, or maybe tip your cap when she entered the room.
I wish
Pull
that
out
still
her
happened.
chair, and then wait till she's about to sit down and pull it out even more so she falls.
No!
But nowadays, the definition of a true gentleman is just somebody who can fight back the grinders.
Seriously,
That's right.
that is true.
Just somebody to fend off all the thirsty dudes at the club trying to grind on you. And that's who's on the phone today for a second date update, a real life gentleman. His name is Tim. Tim, what's up?
Yeah, what's going on?
Tim, you were able to fight those type of dudes off?
Man, I can do it all day long, man. I'm trained combat specialist.
You are like a superhero, sir.
Yeah.
Like a gentleman ninja.
Yes!
Your email said you met the girl that you want to call today at the club because you were fighting off the other dudes that were trying to grind on her?
But yeah, man, I see something I like, I just go for it, and I'm not taking no for an answer. So that's what happened.
Okay, so how does that work? Did you try to box them out like you're playing basketball or something? I mean, how do you fight off the grinders?
No, I just, it was simple, man. I saw her on the dance floor, so dudes all up on her, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna go be Captain Save-A-Hole real quick. So I went over there. I started doing all my dance moves. You know what I'm saying? I hit her with the kickstand. That's what really got her attention. I hit her with the kickstand, and from there it was on and cracking, man.
That's actually really impressive.
So the kickstand, just to clarify, is a dance move.
Yeah, that's a dance move. I've been doing that since the mid-'90s, man. So that's my go-to.
It's like breakdancing, right?
What's her name, first of all?
Her name was Taryn. She was beautiful. She was attractive, long curly hair. She was definitely somebody I've never seen at the clubs before because I get in on the first name basis. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there that much. So I haven't seen her around, so I was definitely like, whoa.
So wait, you go into a club and everybody knows you by your first name, is what you're saying?
Yeah, at least I like to think so. But no, I go to this club all the time, and so I saw her. I hadn't seen her before, so I was like, okay, you go a newbie. It's kind of like rookie hazing almost a little bit.
How did she react when you fended off all the other dude humpers out there?
Well, she was definitely impressed by my ninja skills. And so I asked her if, we could hang out outside for a little bit. And,
okay.
I like to keep it slow. I don't like to rush into it. So we went outside. I'm a smoker, so I didn't know if she smoked. I kind of assume everyone these days smokes, so I offered her a cigarette.
I think you should assume the opposite, sir. No one smokes anymore.
No one smokes anymore? Well, okay, let me put it this way. So I offered her a cigarette, and she said, of course, I don't smoke. And I was like, well, of course, neither do I. These are e-cigarettes. So, yeah, of course, no one smokes anymore. We're smoking e-cigarettes.
It's still kind of smoking, though.
I mean, kind of. I mean, it's like smoking foreplay.
Kind of. I don't know.
I offered her an e-cigarette, and I don't think she was too crazy about that idea. So I went ahead, took a couple of puffs, and we went back inside.
And when you guys went back inside, did you hang out for a while after that? Was everything cool, or was she turned off by the smoking?
No. We definitely hung out for a little bit. We talked a little bit, and she was just kind of like, I don't know, man, like a deer in headlights to the whole scene, I guess, because I don't know if she ever went to a club before or if she was like a, 40-year-old virgin or something like that. I don't know. But I think I kept her entertained, and I was definitely on my A game that night. So I got her number, and I think it went great.
And so when you guys left, did she leave with her friends? You left with your friends, and you didn't say much else to each other, or did you?
Right. Well, right. I didn't take her home or anything like that. I'm kind of a gentleman, but I did text her that night and just, told her good night, and I look forward to speaking with her again or seeing her again. So, yeah.
And did she text you back?
So herein lies the rub, right? I shoot her a text, told her I'm looking forward to seeing her again. A few hours go by, a day goes by, nothing. Heard nothing. So another day goes by, and, I finally get a text from her, and she says, sorry, I've just been busy. And, of course, I'm just like, well, okay, so tell me about it. You don't just kind of lead with that and then nothing, right? So, I'm kind of chiming in and what's going on? Let's hang out. Nothing. Another day goes by. I mean, this is literally going on for a week, and all I'm getting from her is just I've been busy.
So she's blowing you off, it seems like.
I mean, that's such an ugly word, but yeah, that's definitely what it seems like.
And why do you care so much?
To be honest with you, like I said, I go to this club a lot. I kind of go out and like to have a nice time and party, but I don't really run into too many girls that I would say, I can really settle down with this one here and offer my last name to her. You know what I mean? Just really see myself having a future with her. So I think that's why I care so much. And I haven't had that happen.
Okay.
Wow. After hanging out with her at the club for a couple hours, you feel that strongly?
I do.
Wow. I hope this works out then.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I do too. If I can ever hear from her.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, all right?
All right, cool.
Okay, hang on.
I got a condo in Manhattan.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, every dude has it happen once in their life where they meet the woman that can tame the beast inside them.
Ooh.
And get him to settle down. And Tim is on the phone with us right now, and Tim wants his beast tamed.
Whoa, okay. Now
Isn't
it got
that-
dirty. It got dirty real quick, Jubal.
Isn't that right, Tim? You need your beast tamed, don't you?
I absolutely do. I love the sound of that. Yeah.
I bet you do, Tim.
Tim met a girl named Taryn at the club. He met her because like other dudes were dancing on her, and he went up and saved her from all those guys, and then they hung out for a little while. But after that, she keeps texting him saying that she's busy and she can't hang out, and it's kind of obvious that she's trying to blow him off a little bit. But Tim says that he thinks that he could see a future with her after hanging out for just one night, so he really wants to get her on the phone and find out why she won't go out with him. Tim, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, man. Let's do it.
All right, well, we're going to call Taryn right now and see if we can get her on the phone. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, is this Taryn?
Yeah, who's this?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. How are you?
I'm sorry, say that again?
This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You a big-time listener?
I mean, I listen to the radio.
Okay, we're on it, which is cool.
In general.
Yeah. All right, so you may not have heard us before, but at least you've heard of the radio. And we have a radio show, and one of our listeners actually asked us if we could call you.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Tim.
Tim. Oh, Tim? Whoa, why did he call you guys?
Well, that rings a
Because he
bell.
said he really liked you, and now you're kind of blowing him off, like you're telling him you're busy all the time, and you won't meet up for a second date.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Wait,
Yeah.
are you laughing because you're flattered and excited, or are you laughing because Tim's lame?
A little of both, I guess.
Of everything.
Huh. So you're kind of excited, but also he's kind of lame.
I wouldn't say lame. He's kind of corny, and he looks like he might be an okay guy, but I don't know really how to take it. I barely talk to him. I text him like a couple times, but I mean...
Yeah, we talked to him about your date.
Date? What do you mean, date?
How about this? The night you met then, if it wasn't a date, really.
Yeah.
He told us about that. He told us how he kind of saved you from some other dudes who were trying to dance with you, and then you guys ended up hanging out for a while.
No way. Save me from some other dudes?
Yeah, he said, like the guys on the club that like try to hump your leg for too long. He said he rescued you from them.
If he was one of the guys that was humping my leg, then he saved me from himself. But like I was doing perfectly fine.
Okay, so he didn't save you necessarily, but did you enjoy hanging out with him?
I mean, he was just coming off like kind of like machismo, like he talks to a lot of women or talks to women all the time. So I was just like, that was my first time going to that place. And I mean, it seems like he was kind of popular too, because, it was like all the waitresses were coming all over him, and, they were like high-fiving him, and he was like the party guy, I guess,
So you think he's a player, and that's why you don't want to go out with him?
Yeah, because I don't really date a lot of people. I'm pretty selective just because nowadays you just never can be too sure. So I just rather not spread my energy too thin. So
that is actually really smart.
Yeah, he just came across almost like a little bit cheesy too.
So if he would have been more sincere and kind of like, I don't know, more vulnerable about who he was, would you have given him a shot then?
I don't know. I don't know who his real self is, but he came across like, he has a monster truck or something. I don't know. It was just weird.
Okay. It's funny that you say people have ulterior motives, because I need to let you know that he's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
What the f***? Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Best response ever.
Tim, are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. What's going on, Taryn? How you doing?
Oh, hi, Tim.
It's nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, nice to hear yours, too.
Question mark.
That's convincing. That's the Taryn I know and love.
Oh, my gosh, this is crazy.
So you kind of surprised by all of this, or what?
Yes, like, what is going on? Like, wait, what is this?
I just haven't heard from you, so I by any means necessary, I needed to hear your voice and wanted to get in contact with you again, hang out some more, and you've definitely made an imprint on my life and in my heart, so I'd like to talk to you some more.
Wow, I mean, that's really sweet, Tim. This is all very flattering, but I don't know if you've been listening, but you kind of came across as someone that's like really not my type. Like, I'm more of a laid back. I want someone who's just, calm, relaxed, who can be themselves. And I really didn't get that vibe from you. So I don't know. I don't feel like you would be a good match,
I tend to disagree with you on that because I think that's actually the type of guy I am. I mean, for a second, just think about our names. Tim and Taryn, they both start with T's, TNT. I mean, we're both dynamite together, right?
Oh, my God, Tim. That's what she's talking about. Do not do that. Oh, God.
It doesn't get more perfect than that.
Exactly. I feel like you have a book in your back pocket that you study before you talk to a girl. Like, that is just what I'm talking about.
I'm just naturally smooth like that. I mean, if there was something to study, then of course I'd study you.
What? No, Tim, stop. You're not hearing what she's saying at all.
What do you mean?
Tim, she wants someone to, I don't know, bare their souls to her, essentially. I mean, that's kind of intense, but...
Okay, so I get it. I'm trying to impress you, and a little nervous and all that good stuff, but it's because I really like you, and again, I don't say that too often. I don't say that to everyone. You definitely just struck my heart. The night I saw you, and I thought we had a great conversation. You had a beautiful smile, and not too many girls are okay with, e-cigs, and I was smoking my e-cig.
Stop there. Stop there, Tim. No more.
Yeah, that's love right there. If somebody is cool with their e-cig.
Forget that part, Taryn. Listen to everything else he said before. That was actually really good. Right? That was sweet.
We talked to Tim for a little bit before we called you, and he said all that stuff to us, too. He's really into you.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's sweet and everything, but I just don't know. I don't know if we're in the right space, or me especially, for, where he's trying to go with it.
Well, why don't you find out by going out with him again? Would you go out with Tim on a second date? We will pay for it.
Taryn, before you say anything, before you answer that, I just want you to know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, if we go out again, I know they mentioned they'll pay for it, but if the check bounces, it's on me, baby.
Smooth.
Oh my God! Like, does this guy ever stop? Like, are you serious?
I want us to be like Kanye and Kim. I want us to be like Oprah and Stedman.
Oprah and Stedman.
What? Well, no one's even sure Oprah's really with Stedman. Like, no.
Well, some good things come to an end, but we can try. Let's just try that.
Tim, you are definitely a funny, charming guy. I think you would probably be wonderful for the right girl. However, I just don't see our yin and yang matching up. I don't think we would be a good fit. So I'm going to have to pass on the second date.
Really? I thought you'd give him a second chance.
I really thought I would too, but he couldn't turn it off, so I don't want it.
Oh.
Taryn, look, we don't even have to even address the yin yang part until you're ready. Like, that's how serious I am. I'm ready to, lay it down, put everyone to the side, I'll burn the black book if I have to, get myself a Metro PCS mobile, track phone and get rid of all my contacts. I mean, I will do that.
Whoa,
he's ready to end everything and just focus on you, Taryn. Are you sure?
You know what, Tim? I'm going to reward your persistence, and I'm going to tell you, yes, I will go on the second date with you.
Whoa! What was that?
You're serious, Taryn? You go out with him again?
Just one day. That's it. I'm not making any promises or anything else, but I will give him a real official date.
Yay!
We'll do that.
Yes! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, This is like my Rocky Balboa moment. This is like when Rocky got the shot at the champ, Apollo Creed, man. This is what I'm talking about, Taryn. You don't know how much we're going to do the world a favor. We just did the world a favor. You and I together, I'm telling you.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm telling you.
Tim, please do not make me regret my decision. Please do not make me regret.
You won't regret it. I'm so pumped to go out with you. That's all. You will not regret this. I promise.
You hear that, Taryn? It sounds like you've tamed the beast.
Oh, I don't even know what that means, but we'll see.
She tamed the beast. She tamed it. Oh, my God.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Taylor is on the phone for a second date update today, and if Taylor can't score a date with the dude that she wants to call, I'm pretty sure that I will be scheduling a man date with him.
Whoa,
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
You like him already that much?
Sounds like he and I have similar interests, that's all I'm saying, because they met at the salon. I don't know what sort of service he was getting, but I spend a lot of my time in salons,
Yeah.
and been looking for a bro to do it with me.
Well,
So,
I will say your cuticles are top notch.
thank you very much.
Mhm.
So, Taylor, you've got some competition if you don't get a second date, okay?
Okay.
She sounds scared.
All right, your email says that you met the dude at the salon. Was he working there?
No. He was also getting a pedicure. We both were.
Oh, now I want to meet him even more.
Now-
Even more.
Were you lucky enough to get a chair next to the said man's chair?
Yes, we were sitting right next to each other.
Ooh, that's a lot of time to get to know somebody.
How did that happen? Did you guys did he show you something in his Us Weekly that he was checking out? Yeah. They always have Us
No,
Weeklies.
He was just sitting there. I found him attractive, so I initiated a conversation. I just told him, I don't see a lot of guys in here.
Oh, okay.
And he said that he pampers himself, and once a month he gets a pedicure.
Really?
Then he said, maybe that's why I don't have a girlfriend.
Oh, so he threw it out there. He wanted you to know
Oh.
immediately that he was single.
Yes. So then we got a little flirty with each other. He said that he liked my feet, and then I told him I like his lips.
What? Wait.
Oh, wow. Okay, so you went for by the way, that's the one place where I think it's okay when you're starting to flirt with someone to just be like, I like your feet. If you're getting a pedicure. In any other situation, it's creepy, for sure.
Yeah.
But you went straight to his lips. That's definitely going to tell him, hey, I'm down to kiss you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was.
Okay, I like
All
your
right.
style. So who asked who out?
He did. He invited me to his house for dinner.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
That same night or
That same night, that little did I know, I was the main course.
Whoa.
Whoa.
It's got hot
Now
here.
I'm
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I don't know. That went fast.
See,
We moved
suddenly
too fast.
every dude that's out there oh, real men don't get pedicures. Now they're all on the phone frantically trying to book an appointment.
I never understood that anyway. It's just your feet. Why wouldn't you want to have nice feet? Man or
Seriously.
women.
It seems weird to me.
And ladies love nice feet.
Yeah.
And dudes' feet are usually terrible. So even if your feet look
True.
halfway okay, they're like, wow, he takes care of himself. So anyway, back to the point. It sounds like you had a really nice date with him.
Yeah.
I definitely did. And the next morning, I said, do you want to go get some brunch? And he said he had a dentist appointment, which I'm not sure I believed.
Okay.
Why
Why
didn't
wouldn't
you
you believe
believe him?
Just the tone of voice, I guess. And yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't want brunch. I have dentist appointment.
Yeah, not that exaggerated, but yeah.
Okay.
He looked at a toothbrush, and that's the first thing that came to his
Yeah.
head.
Yeah.
So how did you leave things then?
Well, we did both agree that we wanted another date, and I've been really busy recently, and I know he probably has too, but I've been trying to make time to see him, and he's not really calling me back. We have exchanged a couple texts. I just don't really feel like he's trying to, go on a second date. He's not putting in the effort that I am.
Weird.
Was there anything that made you feel like this was more than just one wild, crazy night?
I mean, when we were talking and having conversations, it turned out that we had a lot in common. So, I mean, I definitely would like to pursue this and get a little deeper than, a one-night stand.
Right.
I shouldn't say deeper.
Yeah, I know. I was trying so hard not to make a joke. Thank you for addressing it for me. That helped.
You're welcome.
He has been texting you, though.
Yeah, we've exchanged some text back and forth.
This one's strange to me because it's not like a big drunken night that just turned into a hookup.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you guys ever ate dinner, but I assume you had some sort of conversation other than just getting in.
Yeah, we ate a little.
Yeah. Like take 2 bites and you're like, you know what? Screw this. And then you throw everything off the table. You're like, get over here. At least that's what happened on your date in my mind. Okay. But any idea why he doesn't want to see you again?
I really don't know. I mean, I don't think there was a problem in the bedroom area. But I hope that he doesn't think that I'm too easy because I just slept with him, on the first night.
And if he does, I'm sorry, he slept with you too. He's just as easy as you are.
I know, but you know how there's different standards for women.
Yeah, but I hate that. It makes me angry.
Oh, why? Because they've just assumed that then you sleep with everyone the first time you meet them. And guys do that.
Exactly. And lots of dudes are down to sleep with it. Dude, I walk down the street. Every time I pass somebody, I'm like, yeah, probably sleep with them. So dudes are worse, but then they judge you if you do it. So hopefully that's not the case. But we'll find out what it is. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date update, all right?
Okay, great.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Taylor is on the phone, and Taylor met the dude she wants to call today while she was getting a pedicure. He was also getting a pedicure next to her, and everybody knows where pedicures lead. The bedroom. They ended up having a one-night stand.
No.
It sounds like they didn't even make it to the bedroom, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a pretty classic story, Girl goes in for a pedicure, meets dude getting a pedicure, then they go back to his house, have all kinds of crazy fun all night, and then wake up in the morning, and he doesn't call her back. Just a classic story.
Oh, yeah.
Taylor, are you ready to call John and see why he won't agree to another date?
I am. I'm starting to get a little... I don't know. I'm not really sure about the whole situation and if I'm actually want to go on another date because I like him or if I'm just kind of like pissed at him at this point.
Well, is this your first one-night stand?
No.
So why do you think this one would be different than the others? I mean,
we were talking a lot and he's really fun. We had a lot in common. I mean, I think we could have something more than just a one-night stand.
Okay.
Like a 2-night stand.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, maybe one night and another night again.
Well, I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can figure it out for you. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is John there?
Who's calling?
John, are you there?
Yeah, this is John.
Hey, John, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Okay.
We do a segment on our show called the Second Date Update. Have you heard of that before?
Nope.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what it is if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off after your date, they'll email us to get you on the phone and find out what happened. And we recently got an email about you.
About me?
Yeah, about you, Mr. Soft Toes.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you got great feet, man.
That's so creepy.
You got fabulous feet.
True, though.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just confused. Why are you talking about my feet?
Because they're smooth. And I like that about you. Because my feet are smooth as well. Because I get pedicures, too.
Oh.
And the girl that reached out to us, her name is Taylor, and you met her while you're getting a pedicure.
Oh, okay, man. That makes a lot more sense. I was kind of weirded out by you talking about my feet.
Yeah.
I like how it was only kind of, though. I mean, good on you.
Just a little.
Yeah.
So Taylor reached out to you guys about me?
Yeah, she did. She sent us an email because she's confused. She's been trying to schedule another date with you after you guys went out, but it seems like you don't want to see her again.
I mean, that's... I don't know what she told you guys.
Well, it sounds like you just went back to her place and went right to the fun.
Actually, guys, we went back to my place after the salon.
Okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
But still, you guys had fun.
We did. We did have a nice evening together.
Okay. She was a bit more graphic about it.
Yeah,
Told us
she
everything.
was.
Everything, John.
God, even her laugh was more graphic about it.
She told you guys everything that went on?
Everything, dude. Every single detail.
That's why Jubal wants to get a hold of you.
What is that? I mean, I'm not so comfortable with someone sharing all my intimate stuff on the radio. What did she tell
but
you guys?
she just told us that you guys hooked up. But she says that it seems like you don't want to see her again. Is that true?
Okay. Wow, this is just getting stranger and stranger. After we hooked up, obviously I invited her to stay the evening at my place.
Right.
And she was like, "Oh, great, I'll go get my bag from the car." And I was like, "Cool. I don't know why she already pre-planned a bag. That's kind of strange. I mean, we literally just met." But you know, I didn't question it. I just assumed maybe she had a change of clothes or like it was a gym bag or something.
Right. That's totally something that a lot of people have in their cars.
Right. That's what I thought. So anyway, she comes back into my place with this bag, and it's much larger than I expected. You know, again, I thought it was like a duffel bag or a backpack. You know, she comes in with what almost looks like a rolly suitcase type duffle bag. Like she's getting ready to go on like tour or like travel the hills of Europe or something. Anyway, she opens this bag and she takes out this mask.
Mask? Like
a mask.
It sounded like it said meth for a second. I was like, whoa.
No.
Mask.
That's what almost have been a more appropriate solution.
Really?
She pulls out this mask, M-A-S-K. And this thing is the scariest friggin' thing I've ever seen.
What is it? Like
it's a sleeping mask, but it looks like a Darth Vader mask. It looks like it's got tubes and it's got like these giant red bulgy eye holes that like will block out light, but like to the outside, you know, it looks like you're like a villain in a Batman movie.
Wait,
red eye holes. That does sound like an evil mask.
Right. So she tells me before she puts the mask on, she's like, "Yeah, sometimes I have problems breathing in my sleep. This helps me. Also, if I don't breathe in the middle of the night, you know, you should call like 911 or something."
Oh boy.
And I'm like, and now all of this is getting thrown on me, you know, literally minutes after we've just finished, you know. And then she puts the mask on, and it's exactly how I could imagined it, like Darth Vader. She's breathing through these tubes, and it's the loudest, most annoying possible sound that could possibly come out of a sleeping mask. So I'm like laying there trying to sleep, and all I hear is
Come on, no, that's not her fault. She obviously
it's not her fault, but I mean, I have a horrid night's sleep. Like I get zero sleep. Not only that, I am freaked out by this mask.
That's scary.
Again, I really, really like Taylor, and we had a great evening together. But that was just that threw me off, man. So I mean, you guys can understand. I just think that it'd be better right now if I don't see her.
You obviously had an amazing chemistry. You got along really well.
Yeah, I mean that's true. It's just, I mean, you know, maybe I'm not describing it better. You really need to take a peep at this thing. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she told me, like, you know, I also like to wear it most hours of the day. I mean, that's all I would need.
Let's ask her, John. She's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you. I mean, I don't know why I forgot to tell you that, but we should just ask her.
What?
Yeah, Taylor is actually on the line listening and wants to talk to you.
Like, on the phone, or she's just listening on the radio?
On the phone.
It's me.
Oh, man.
Yep.
Wow, Taylor, I am so sorry.
I don't understand why it's a problem, because I explained everything to you that night. It's not a big deal. I mean, it's just a machine.
I mean, it was a scary machine that kept me awake all night. I didn't sleep at all.
Well, I'll tell you that you did sleep at some point because you snore extremely loudly. Yeah.
Okay, but Taylor, here's the thing. Like, I don't know what you wanted or expected me to do.
Oh, I am so sorry for you. Was that really difficult? Sleeping next to someone with a machine? What a hard life for a little baby.
I'll tell you what, it was hard. And, maybe a heads up would have been nice. I mean, am I supposed to be excited, that I'm sleeping next to the crypt keeper?
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that you were going to be handling it this way. But since we're going that route, I wasn't going to tell you this, but your breath is horrifying. I mean, you have the most horrible morning breath. And you know what? While I'm on the subject, when was the last time you washed your sheets? Like, what decade was that?
Oh, Taylor, why would
Wow.
you even want to call a guy back that has dirty sheets? I'm sorry, that is like red flag to me.
That's like ruling out 90% of dudes.
Ah!
Seriously.
Well, you know what? Maybe we should. Okay?
And by the way, John, it's a sleep apnea machine. I have to use it in order to breathe.
It's just more that I wish we had talked about it before you just kind of like whipped it out. You know what I mean?
Don't know how many times people have said that in a second date update.
So when I was supposed to then say, oh, and by the way, I have a huge mask that I wear at night.
I think I would have appreciated that, honestly.
Really?
No, you
Why?
wouldn't
Because you
have.
would have sent me home?
I don't know. You don't know I would have sent you home. I would have probably been able to mentally prepare myself before you pulled out the Son of Krypton's mask from your black duffel bag.
It feels like you're bullying her over a medical device, is what it feels like.
Yeah, I'm not trying to say anything bad, but Darth Vader over there, John, doesn't really sit like you're not trying to say anything bad, you know?
Yes, thank you.
Right.
Okay, I understand how that sounded or how it came off, and I mean, honestly, Taylor, we don't know each other very well, but I'm just not that type of guy that's going to try and bash other people, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I said those things.
John, would you like to go out with Taylor one more time on a second date? We'll pay for it.
No. Listen, no, I am not interested in that.
Yeah, but we haven't heard from John yet. John, would you like to go out on a second date with Taylor? We'll pay for it.
Well, after hearing what she...
No, John, I don't want to go on another date with you. You're a sleep shamer.
Sleep shamer.
A sleep shamer? What are you even talking about right now?
You shamed me for the way that I sleep.
It's not the way that you sleep. It's just the apparel that you wear while you sleep.
Yeah, I wasn't shaming how you sleep. You sleep on your back, and that's fine. But the other stuff, that's what I'm shaming you for.
It is to keep me alive at night.
It just bugged me, and I'm sorry.
All right. Well, Taylor, I'm sorry. No second date, but it sounds like that's fine with you.
Totally fine.
And John, I'm sorry that you were scarred by Taylor's sleep apnea mask.
Oh, get a grip.
Taylor, all I'm saying is that the next guy that you take home, just give them a heads up about the mask that you're going to pull out of your duffel bag at some point in their lives.
Okay, well, next time you bring someone home, you should probably warn them about the biohazard that is your sheet.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.